Hello, Jermaine Griggs here. And if you want to know my 4 P's to picking a niche or evaluating an opportunity, tune in to today's edition of Automation Mondays. Jermaine Griggs here, founder of AutomationClinic.com and creator of Automation Mondays, where every week I share with you or answer a question or issue related to marketing, to online lead generation, sales conversion, systems, funnels, automation, and everything in between. And in today's episode, I want to cover my 4 P's to finding the right niche. Or if you're already established and in business, as is most of my viewers, the 4 P's to evaluating an opportunity, right? Because if you're an entrepreneur, you're probably being inundated with opportunities, and even not externally, but ideas internally of things that you can do. But it is my belief that just because you can do things, you've heard me say it before, doesn't mean you should be doing them. So here are my 4 P's. I came up with these 4 P's probably in 2004, and I've remembered them. I've kept them in the forefront. So let's get right to it. My 4 P's for either evaluating an opportunity or even picking a niche or something to get into, right? So 4 P's. The first P, when I look at an opportunity, a niche, an industry, something I want to be a part of, something I want to put energy towards, is I make sure that the people I'm dealing with are passionate, right? Passion, right, goes with happiness for whatever reason. And not only their passion, but from an internal standpoint, I want to make sure I'm passionate about it. I'll be doing a future video on Ikigai, but Ikigai, when you answer these 4 questions, it will make sure that you're happy with what you're doing. And it has to do with, what you're good at, what comes naturally to you, what the world needs, whether it's significant or important, and whether you can make money and make it into a career. And some people get some of the circles and not others, such as the case for creative people that maybe they love what they're doing, but in economical terms, it doesn't work out as well, or they haven't figured that part out. But Ikigai informs all of that. I won't cover it here. But passion has a lot to do with that. And I want to be in a niche that is passionate. So, I've never had a job or anything, but at 17, I started a company called Hear and Play, which specializes in teaching people how to play music by ear. Music is a passion of millions, billions of people. And this has been a niche that ever since, I do that till this day. So if you want longevity, if you want to be happy in what you do, pick a group of people that are passionate because they'll fuel your passion. And oftentimes, especially an information marketer, many of us are our niche. We've come from our niche, right? We either figured out how to do something very well or something that's come easy to us that doesn't come easy to others, and we began to teach them and show them our methods of doing things. So we are a part of the niche. We are passionate about it. These are golfers. These are people trying to figure out their swing, right? These are people into a particular type of hobby, chess, things like this. Events. There should be organizations that you can join for this group of people. There are no lack of events and conferences and magazines and ecosystems and subcultures around this group because there's just passion. Oftentimes, outsiders can't figure them out. Another group are people passionate about trains, like choo-choo, like those kinds of trains. And my wife bought me a set, and I would go to the train store and discover that, wow, this is a passion. This isn't just toy trains. Like, these things are miniature versions of like real life, and there's different kind of scales and all this stuff. And people spend big bucks, and they're very passionate about it. One of my mentors, very passionate about trains. It was short-lived for me, to be honest. But for that group, passion exists. So passion is the first P that I am looking for in an industry. The second P And this may seem obvious, but it's not always the case. But I'm looking for positivity. I'm looking for positivity. Now, it is no question that you can make money in pain. In fact, from an emotional standpoint, a psychological standpoint, people will do more to avoid pain than they will to gain pleasure. That is known science, right? In terms of motivation. I'll do more if you're taking away $1. We'll fight if you're trying to take $1. But to gain $1, somebody could be to save $1, your CPA's been telling you to do something forever. You're like, yeah. Somebody takes, oh yeah, you're motivated by the pain or loss, right? Loss aversion. And so I know you can make money in that, but what does it do to my psyche? What does it do to my psyche? And that's a job for someone, counselors and people that work in, I was just interviewing somebody that worked in the mental institute in the corrections facility in industry. And that is a job that you really have to be in tune with wanting to help that type of person. You really have to protect your own psyche because years and years of that is hard. And somebody's got to do it. But it doesn't have to be me. So one of my P's is I want to stay positive. I want to, I don't want to be the one that has to save your mortgage. I don't deal in business opportunity niches for that reason. On my webinars, I am clear. This is not like get rich quick. I cannot save your business tomorrow. I cannot promise riches tonight. I am clear, overwhelmingly, people tell me the number one reason they leave my webinars, my videos, is because I am so clear about this isn't save your business tomorrow. This isn't newbie, this particular, webinar isn't. So, because I want that continued positivity, right? So music qualifies for that. Any type of pursuit, positive pursuit, qualifies for that. And if you're in something that is pain-driven, well, just have structures and things in place for your own happiness. That's all I can say. I'm not a psychologist or anything, but make sure you have outlets, make sure you have support around you so that everything you experience in your business is not pain and sorrow, and you've got structures to lift or see the light and the joy in the situations. And hopefully that's because lives are transformed or changed on the other end. If that's the case, then good for you. But, pain, stop your divorce, do this. I've seen people make a lot of money in that, but just not my cup of tea. So passion, positivity. The next thing many of you can relate to, the niche or industry must have progression. What does it mean? I talk about in another video, the 3 ways to grow a business, and one of them is to increase the frequency of transactions. Well, that's easy when your niche has progression. Right? Progression means that there's always a next level. It's the sort of line, this is a journey, not a destination. Music is like that. We can take some of the musical greats in history, and if you interview them and get inside of their mind, you would figure out that they were still on a journey. They didn't even think they were great, a lot of them at least, right? Always saw room for improvement. This is not a niche or thing that you arrive at. You're always moving ahead. Now, there are some services and things out there, they buy your product, you go install it for them, maybe audio, video stuff, and that's just it, right? Well, but there are also some creative ways to bring progression to that by seeing what else can you offer someone that, because you know this about them, because you've helped them with this, what else are they progressing with? Golf, things like that, things where you're always trying to get better. These are opportunities for follow-up products. And at Here and Play, I quickly realized how progression worked. And I designed my courses. I'm so excited. I'm dropping stuff here. I designed my courses sort of like college courses where Jazz 101, Jazz 102, Jazz 103, 201, 202, Gospel Keys 300, Gospel Keys 500, Salsa 101, because I knew the power of progression. So if you can build progression into your business model like a puzzle, and you can show your clientele the way they see, okay, I start here, and then I can progress up to here, and then I can get to this level, and you build that ascension. That's a word to write down, ascension. That is progression. Right? And then the final P, which has to do with progression, but a little different is patience. I want to have patience. And this goes with that whole positivity thing. I don't want to be in a market where someone is led to believe this thing is supposed to happen overnight. Music is such that you still have to practice. I mean, you buy my course, you buy our sets of concepts and techniques, but you still gotta put in the work. And there's an understanding, there's a mutual understanding that I'm not gonna be here overnight. You know, my grandma always said, you know, Jermaine, we're not where we wanna be, but we gotta thank God we're not what we used to be. That's patience. It's not microwave, you know, like we are as a society now. Patience in your niche. They don't need it yesterday, but they know it's going to take time because it's something that has progression and it's on the positive side of things and because they're passionate about it. And to me, this is a recipe not only for the perfect niche, and I've repeated this in other things, fitness is like this. You know, fitness, if you start overweight, I'm the perfect person. I was 30 pounds, 40 pounds. If you add in fat and the recomposition of muscle, I mean, I had to lose so much. And think about fitness. When somebody really makes up their mind to change and to get fit and healthy and to make it a lifestyle, do they have to be passionate about it? When somebody really gets into it and they get that bug, there's passion there. You're reading articles, you're taping stuff to your mirror, you're passionate. Positivity, well, if you're on this path, obviously you've hit the positive side of things, right? Progression, yeah. I mean, even now, I'll diet, but I'm gonna, like, this shirt is not even fitting anymore, so I'm gonna take it easy and I'm gonna start bulking back up. But my fitness people know what that means, but there's progression. Like, I could be at 8% body fat, seeing abs, and then I see someone else and they're at like 5% about to go do a bodybuilding show, and I'm like, I'm not doing anything, right? But stay positive. You don't wanna go to the negative side, but there's progression built into it, which means there's always something. Even on the performance side, you can get better, you can get faster, you can up your endurance. You know, we were talking earlier at CrossFit, you know, I'm thinking about wearing this elevation mask. There's always something you can do. Progression and patience. No one wakes up saying, six-pack abs next week, tomorrow. No, with their passion, their positivity, their progression mindset, their growth mindset, they know it's gonna take patience. That's why if I wasn't doing this, and at this juncture in my life, I'd probably be doing something in fitness. And I even got the domain name fitfounder.com. So I don't know, maybe I will be doing something in fitness and entrepreneurship, the collision of those two things. Because that niche has passion, it has positivity, it has progression, and it has patience. Take the opposite of these things, and if you're sacrificing one of these things and probably hating what you're doing right now, or you just don't have that love for it, that passion for it, it's probably because it's missing one of those things. So those are my 4 Ps for picking a niche and or evaluating a new opportunity like my Fit Founder or something else you want to do as an entrepreneur. Now, if you enjoyed this episode of Automation Mondays, I want you to head over to my blog. You can see past episodes at automationmondays.com. Automationclinic.com will take you there too. Click over to my YouTube channel and you can subscribe so you can be the first to know when I release a new video. We've got a podcast. Check us out on social media and just stay connected. I'll be back with a new edition, a new episode next Monday. I'll see you there. I'm Jermaine Griggs, and on behalf of Automation Clinic, remember, let your business run itself. See ya.